Oh, man. I went down to the protest the other day to try to make a video, and it didn't really go that well.
All right, elaborate on that. What was the initial goal, and then how?
I was trying to do a Jake on the Streets like protest edition, but like we got down there. We went down there later because that's kind of when all the action has been happening. Like when
nightfall.
So we went down there like at like 11:15 because usually it's been kicking off around then when the cops and the protesters, like the hardcore few, are remaining. And we went down there. It was already like a standoff between them. And so we were like, all right. So we kind of followed them around. And then it just quickly kind of turned into like a game of tag. Like the cops would, run at everybody. And then the protesters would flee. And it just was like, I don't know. I just kept being like, what am I? I just like didn't want to interview anybody. I was just kind of like, I don't really want to do this right now. Like I felt so weird about trying to get some odd ass shit from the protester that I just was like, fuck it. And we ended up just getting weird footage. So I don't think it's coming out, but it was interesting to see, I guess. There wasn't just like a ha-ha moment.
It's like playing Red Rover.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird to see it. Like you see it online and you're like, okay, but it is kind of like, oh shit, they all have their guns out and they just straight run at you. And I think they shot like a one of those like bang grenades or whatever, like the noise ones where I don't even know if there was a flash, but it just makes like a loud noise. There's some big crack. But yeah, it's a whole different thing when you're like actually running away from it. You're like, yeah, this isn't that tight.
It's not funny.
Not a bucket of laughs. It's not a fucking just a riot fest.
It's not a giggle fest.
No.
I was thinking we could turn these protests into the next comedy festival, Start comedy festivals back up, start charging admission fees to perform at these protests.
Yeah, man, this is the new Bridgetown.
Yeah.
All performers get 12 flashbangs and a couple tear gas canisters.
Has someone tried to somehow make money off the Chaz or the Portland's equivalent yet? Is anybody gonna charging?
I think they're bartering. I think that's the whole point of them, is you barter goods and services.
Man, I saw they're up on Etsy. Man, they got shit flowing online, man.
Who's they? People in the protest zone are making.
And I'm joking. I don't know.
I
imagine they would.
How dumb is it that sounds real though? I'd be like, oh, the Chaz is their own Etsy shop. I would totally believe that.
Shit, give it 24 hours, man. They'll have an Etsy shop. They'll have the Chaz OnlyFans account is crazy.
Yeah, just they're like, we have a camming section where any sex worker can come and just use our free internet and our cam and make a little money for us and the Chaz.
Please tip us if possible, but it's by no means.
We don't want to steal sex workers' monies, but we would appreciate, the Chaz doesn't run on. Are they just going to start having to tax people eventually and realize that how much it makes, how expensive it is to run a society?
You can just leave the Chaz in 5 minutes, go to an ATM and come back and you'll be fine. It's not like it's an actual, it's its own nation. You don't have to stay in the 6-block radius.
I've donated 12 cases of cash, grass, or ass. No one rides for free bumper stickers to the Chaz. So they're distributing those.
When is ours is kicking off too now? Portland's is getting up and running.
I thought they took it down. Or
did they already take it down?
There's
a new one from
morning.
Last night. Oh, they took it down?
Yeah, I think so.
Autonomy in this town just isn't what it used to be.
I don't know. I'm not on the ground, so I don't know for sure. But I saw something about them trying to take it down this morning.
They named it after a guy who was killed by the police, but then I looked at why he was killed, and it was that he had shot 2 people in a fight earlier, and he then he started shooting at the cops, and so
yeah, I mean,
it's like you can't find a better.
Hey.
I mean, they're a literal. We have a new. Why not call it the George Floyd Autonomous Zone or the Breonna Taylor? You had to go with a guy who pretty much was.
There's 2 sides to every story, Jake.
Right. Right.
You know?
Gotta pick the guy who shot and it's funny too because the guy was like in a pretty well known. I don't know how well known, but he was in a gang, and the one dude who got shot refused to cooperate with the investigation, and the other guy
That's right.
was cooperating all the way up until a week before trial. Then he refused to answer any calls, and it's like, I wonder why he did that all of a sudden. I wonder why the guy.
What was the trial for?
They had a trial
Of the cops?
no, sorry, not the trial, the investigation. Like an investigation on the fight and the shooting, even though I think the guy was shot to death by the cops. But they did investigation, and then at some point I remember he was just like, the dude was like, yeah, I'm cool off this. I'm not trying to die because I'm giving up this dude's shit. So great hero to name your autonomous zone after.
Yeah, I remember when that happened, that parking lot down there. I
Yeah.
wonder where they were going. Because there's just a bunch of gay strip clubs around there, so maybe that's why.
Maybe he was just like, I can't be known. I can't be seen in the area.
Yeah.
He was like, I'd rather get in a shootout with the cops than be known as a fucking gay gangbanger.
Yeah, it runs deep.
Runs deep.
Homophobia.
I want to go down to the autonomous zone and just get in little squabbles about like the name. Be like, you know what? I want to call this the Audubon of Freedom. I want to call it. I want to just get in arguments with people about what it should be called.
Yeah. You need a quorum.
We need what do they do? What's that consensus where it's like everybody needs to agree on it 100% consensus or whatever? That's a big thing in the anarchist circle.
Oh, really? I don't run in those circles.
Man, I have to say, I the last time I drew an anarchy symbol was on a book in high school. I haven't stayed up to date on the. I've missed some of the meetings, the group chats.
Well, now it's like, dude, can I just say, if you're like an expert either for or against Antifa, I don't want you around my life at all.
Jake
like
hates Antifa. He's the most anti-Antifa person I've ever met. Which
no,
you know what that makes you. You know what that makes you if you're against Antifa.
It makes me
you're
fa.
a fa.
I'm fa.
You're a big fa.
No, I don't. I'm talking about people like, okay, Andy No is obsessed with it. Andy No, all he tweets about is Antifa.
Is a doughy fucking
right. But that's all he does is he tweets about Antifa. And then there's people I see on Twitter who all they are is pro Antifa. And I'm just like, I don't want to know either one of you people. I don't want to be around any of you guys. Maybe if that makes me fa, then so be it. I'm proudly fa.
I just don't think you like the radical sides of anything, the most extreme sides of anything. You're a moderate.
No, I'm not a moderate. I'm a moderate on I think they get in the way more than they help, and I think we just have to defend them because Trump hates them. I think Antifa was hoisted upon us, and we just have to kind of accept them, and I don't. I think they don't do that much good.
Yeah, no, Trump is smart to make it all about Antifa because I don't think their national polling numbers can be that high.
No.
And it's not just Antifa, it's tons of other people, tons of other groups that don't even know what Antifa is that are supporting this movement. But by making it about Antifa,
people
you make it about the whiniest bitches in the whole.
Right. See, you hate Antifa too. You try.
Yeah, but you're right. You got to kind of like side with them in this thing. We're building coalitions here. I'm building a coalition in my apartment with the people that go out into the streets every week, regardless of what's going on. They're always out there.
They are. Well, one of the big news with them now is like, well, that's the other thing. You don't actually know who's in it or who's not. So,
there is no leader. There is no members.
Right, but so is it anybody who covers their face as Antifa?
Well, before this, yes, but now everybody has to cover their face.
Yeah.
So,
well, there was that guy in New Mexico. Did you see that? There was like a white militia, and like a bunch of Antifa guys were attacking him, and the dude drew his gun and shot one of them.
Well, I saw he was being pretty aggressive to people for no reason. Like he threw a girl down, or he like put his hands on a girl.
Oh shit!
And no one was fucking with him.
Depends on what video you see. You're either like, oh, this guy totally deserved it, or you're like, oh shit. There's too many videos.
It's like there's always two different people filming any incident, and like the first person's just like, all right, I'm gonna get everything leading up to it, and then all right, you tap me out, and then the person, so you only get one side. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they'll each just put it on the respective conservative or left Twitter, and then it's like, now we decide.
Yeah, it's like, can we get one cameraman that just like has the whole thing? Be like, you know what? I started this job. I'm gonna finish it. Doing my due diligence.
It's too much shit to follow.
People are recording shit. Like, if you don't know to like put your phone horizontal to film something right now, like, you're trash, right?
Fucking
trash. Can we agree on that?
Is there a big problem with too many vertical videos out there?
Well, it's just like if you're gonna do it, record it well.
Yeah, you want like
it's my privileged take.
You want a cinematic version of a police beating someone's ass, or vice versa. You don't want this.
I wasn't talking about just. I'm talking about anything going on in the street. Anything, just tip that shit over.
I hate when like a cop like goes after someone for filming, and then the phone gets knocked out of their hand. It's like, dude, you got to hold on to that phone, man. We got to see what's happening.
That's your ticket. That's your fucking ticket. You just lost all the evidence.
Yeah.
You know they're going for the phone. Hold that fucking thing.
Yeah, I click right off the video when that happens. Once it starts fumbling around in the grass,
I don't care about the truth anymore.
Amateurs.
The truth is dead to me once the cinematography is out the window.
I don't care if you're screaming. If I can't see it, I don't know what's going on.
Like that's something like whenever I'd be like watching like a concert on YouTube that someone recorded from their phone, I get mad at the other people in the crowd that'll hold up their shit blocking my bootleg view.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just decide among the I don't know, like, how many people are getting their concert footage from whack in audience cell phones? Shit is
a lot of people. It's crazy. I don't know. It's just fucking so many. It's not the way to do it, but yeah, some people are better at it than others.
Got to have that picture of that old woman. You know, there's that meme going around of like the old woman watching something in the moment and everybody surrounding her with the cameras. And it's like, she's the only one who ever learned how to enjoy time as it is, you know?
Yeah. It's like, no, she's an old lady who doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah, she has no cell phone. Don't make, she would be, you don't think she wants to take a picture to show her all her fucking grannies and her grandchildren and shit and bother them? She just doesn't have a cell phone and she looks happy for the one moment.
That old lady already forgot what happened yesterday.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She actually needs pictures more than any of us
she
do.
needs it more than the rest of the crowd.
The rest of us have no idea. We don't care anyways what's going on. We can get anything.
She's actually looking at the photographer saying, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Please help.
Yeah, she's happy because she's fucking tripping on some of the best drugs that her nursing home had to offer that day. She doesn't know where she is. She has zero clue where she is.
Man, so one time I did that Laphrodisiac show. So for the listeners, it's a show at a sex club downtown Portland, and I was doing the show, and sitting up front was just this like an old lady, and I was just like, why are you here? Like in my head, I'm like, do you need a ride home? Are you waiting for someone?
I'm trying to get fucking pounded, baby.
No, well, so after the show, after the comedy show, the sex club goes into full sex club mode, and there's all these like rooms, and Grandma just posted up in front of one of the rooms and just was watching people bang. And it was like, oh, Grandma came to this club. Like, she's here to watch people. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Dude, if that's your fetish to have an old-ass woman watch you, I don't know. If I was doing the banging, I'd be like, yo, I'm not really trying to have this.
Yeah, it was a sight to behold. Because it went from like, oh, this poor lady, like, I was projecting all my shit on. She was an able-bodied woman looking to watch people do the damn thing.
I like the idea of her being a hired gun better. Like someone needs a grandmother figure watching them to come.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's more entertaining.
Yeah, she's like shooting words of encouragement, like, "Oh, Johnny, you're doing so good."
Yeah, that's what happens when you take your Social Security out as a lump sum. You end up being having to take gigs at sex clubs.
She's doing that was a Craigslist gig for sure. She's like,
she's giving people orange slices and shit. She's got hard candies for people.
I've never seen a dick that big.
She's got jars full of mints. Like, oh, fasten your breath after that one, sister.
Oh, your pussy is so meaty. We didn't have lippy pussies back then.
Jesus Christ.
Big old bologna sandwich, baby.
Depression era, man.
Yeah, she was like,
no
we had to cut down on the lip back in the Depression. We had nothing but fucking tight-lipped vaginas in the World War II.
Yeah.
Now all these fucking bougie, big-lipped vaginas out there just taking in the world.
You think they've gotten bigger over time? Why would they get bigger over time?
Because we're living in times of excess and everything gets bigger.
To survive.
Yeah, dude. You know, they're just giant. I don't know, actually. I don't know what the percentage of lip is, honestly.
You think it's changed over time?
I've only had one that I was like, dear God, this is some mighty lip.
Too much lip?
A lot. For me, yes. For another man, I'm sure not enough. But for me, it was too much.
You're like, man, am I working at Harvey's or something? Is this the Harvey's logo?
Oh, damn.
It's the Rolling Stones concert?
The Rolling Stones are playing tonight.
Wait, is the Harvey's logo just a ripoff of the Rolling Stones logo? I don't even remember what the Harvey's Comedy Club logo is.
The Harvey's Comedy Club logo looks to me like any generic dentist logo, which is like a big mouth and teeth.
But with the way it's painted, it looks like there's something sitting on the tongue. So, but
a nice dollop of laughs right for your tongue right there.
Yeah.
Dollop of laughs.
Hopefully some small businesses don't come back from this.
That's a giant warehouse of a business. They're huge.
You think they got CARES money? CARES Act?
I think they have some type of. They're like I said, they're like a cockroach. They will make it. They have survived. Like every time that place was rumored to be shut down, it always was. It figured out a way. They shanghaied a couple customers. They sold their fucking kidneys. They figured it out. Comedy clubs that want to survive will survive. They survived the booms and busts of the 80s. They weren't
around in the 80s. They started
Harvey's
in the early
was.
90s. No. Oh, it was. Well, it wasn't Harvey's then. It was some other place.
Still a comedy club
stop or something. As long as there are chicken tenders, there will be comedy clubs.
Thawed, it will be there.
Yeah. As long as freeze-dried technology exists.
If you want to quench your thirst with a $9 Miller Lite, businesses like that will survive.
$10 sodas will always be a thing, you know. So, goddamn.
We're going into phase 1 tomorrow, right? So places like that can open up.
Yeah, so you can go to the bar with anybody that's now it's people that don't tip, or it's going to be extra shitty, right? In the eyes of anybody. Is there going to be like mass hysteria?
Helium's got earthquake coming through, so we'll see.
It's a good first weekend for the staff there.
Yeah, we'll see. Can't wait to see what the staff say about all their tips as earthquake rolls.
I don't think they'll say anything, Jake.
They'll just be happy to have a job.
Be happy to have a job. That's what everyone should be happy for.
You ever want to have some? You just want to get in a good, gray zone race conversation. Ask a waiter or a waitress about the black weekends at comedy clubs. Just let them say hey, how did the Lavelle Crawford weekend go for you last weekend? And just see see the wait staff try to finagle their way out of that fucking conversation, but
They're
still want to tell you that they didn't make any money.
They're like, both teams played hard.
Yeah,
both teams played hard.
That is the big. You're just like the biggest PR answer ever, and those people are always honest because they tell you who's a creep, they tell you who tipped them. In terms of the comics, but boy, you want to have a fun. You go, hey, because that was a joy. I'm like, hey, how was that weekend? What did you?
How's Mike Epps?
Yeah, Mike Epps. Were you treated? You get some big coinage on the old Mike Epps.
Must
weekend?
have been a pretty good weekend last weekend with.
All those shows were sold out.
Yeah, they were all sold out.
Rolling in the dough, baby.
Yeah,
always.
You live to play another week.
Yeah, you'll get Bob Saget in here and turn your life around.
Yeah, what comics audience tips the best?
The best one for those comics was when Kreischer was doing the what did he do that thing? Yeah, the waitstaff raffle.
The waitstaff raffle. Oh yeah.
You remember that where he would do that thing?
Yeah. People were making a shitload of money.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird because it pissed off every other waiter who didn't win it.
Yeah.
Because they would just see somebody go home with an extra $800 and be like, I worked just as hard as you did. Fuck that.
Yeah. Crabs in a bucket, man, I tell you.
I mean, I get it for Instagram. It was great for Bert, but if he was going to, and whatever, like it's hard to shit on somebody. But it seems like the fair way to do it was just like, hey, we're going to divide this up amongst everyone. But I guess that's not going to be hot for the gram, so,
Yeah, Bert Kreischer's not in the, hey, let's allocate these resources. That's
he's
different
like,
type of comic.
Extra tips for all these fucking hard workers out there. Yeah, but always fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try to see one of those shows if I can.
Now it's, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd probably be more hesitant to be like, oh, hey, can I just come watch this show? Like, I'm
gonna wait till like Saturday to be like, yo, dude, like, how's it been? Are you cool with us? I don't want to. I just won't show up, but I'll just be like, what's up? Can I sit? Can I say?
It is a little insensitive to have the first comic after COVID be a natural disaster. I think that's kind of. They should have thought that one out before getting earthquake.
Man, what if there was like a white comic that was killing and named like Global Warming or some shit? Like
Avalanche.
Pandemic. Who's Pandemic? Is there a stage name Pandemic?
Not in comedy, but I'm sure there's
Peter Pandemic, baby.
Peter Pandemic.
I combined a fucking awful thing with the quasi fucking racist.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Movie.
I'm Donnie Drought. Donnie Drought. I'm coming through California.
Fucking yeah. I got to get a stage name to really blow my shit up.
Would you go with the one-word stage name?
Yeah, dude. These two name is you don't have two. You have one, or you just go your regular name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's redundant if you don't have just the one.
If you need two nicknames to get your name out there, you're trash.
What about one initial and then a last name? You see that a lot.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like that. Doesn't count.
Or a one initial last name.
Yeah, like that. One initial, then the abbreviated last name. Like that doesn't. Yeah,
it depends. It depends
like Chris
on the
Webber. His nickname's C Webb. It's
yeah.
like that's just. Where's the creativity in that?
I think it depends on the last. If like for mine, it would not work because you can't be like, give it up for Jake S. Like it doesn't sound good. But if you have J, you can draw out.
Yeah, you'd be Jay Silberman.
Give it up for J. Or if you had a last name that started with J, you could just be like, give it up for Max J. Like that sounds all right. But there's certain letters that you just can't get a good intro off of.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like J is a letter and a name.
Right. You need something, or G works, K works.
Like that episode
K-Pax.
K-Pax, man. Like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer finds out that his little initial J just stands for J. That's great, man. What do you think's the best stage name of all time, though? Like, that's the question.
Sinbad, because he was a fucking pirate too.
Okay, but it's not just limited to comedy, just like across entertainment.
Well, damn,
Man,
that's
putting us on the spot here.
God, that's a huge one.
Do you have one, Dylan?
Yeah, do you have one in the chamber?
You got to go Prince, like that. Like that'd be my. I don't fuck with Prince that much, but like as far as just stage names.
Was Chuck Berry his real name, or is that a stage name?
Okay, well, you know what? We're talking single names.
Wait,
No,
wait
I'm
a
not.
minute. Exhibit
I'm
is
branching
way
out.
cooler than Prince, bro.
No, it's not.
Exhibit is fucking cooler than Prince.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jake. Exhibit is Prince is lame.
Yeah, Prince is
And
what
dead.
The fuck cares about royalty,
No.
bitch? I want Exhibit spelled
Dude,
wrong.
You guys are fucking wrong.
Yeah, he didn't even spell. Well, he did try to spell it with a symbol at some point. That didn't even last because it's just a lame name.
Prince is whack. There's so many other better ones. Exhibit. Luda is tight.
Slash.
Ludacris.
Ludacris is sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Prince is a better stage name though than Luda.
No, it's not. No, we've
Prince
just
is
said it's
already
not.
a real thing. Prince is just
Like,
a real.
we already
thing
had a
that
band
already
called
exists.
Queen.
Yeah, Queen.
Yeah,
is
that was a
already
whole
big.
band. Prince is just a dude.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
just copying Queen.
dude. Exhibit.
Man.
It's spelled with just an X, bro. That's sick as fuck.
Exhibit.
That's
Hey,
sick
yeah,
as fuck.
we're going to the exhibit in the museum, like the
Why Prince
Slash.
is just some.
How about
No
Slash?
one actually likes
Slash
any
is dope. Slash
is
as far as
sick.
stage names, like that's a dope stage name.
better than Prince for sure.
Yeah, Slash is better than Prince.
That's debatable.
He's just going off the keyboard, baby. I'm semicolon.
Backslash. The
Backslash.
son of Slash, man. He plays bass.
What about fucking Mystical, dude? Mystical is way cooler than Prince.
Yeah, Mystical's a pretty good one.
Mystical sounds like a dude who's throwing glitter in your pussy. What Prince?
Yeah, Jake
Who the
just came up with five
What,
ones
don't
better
think,
than Prince.
You don't think princes put glitter in pussies?
No, Prince
Prince is-
has done that, but that's not
Prince
because his
is
name is fucking
A
Prince.
prince. No, dude.
Prince
a
is
prince,
the wackest part about Prince.
Mystical
No,
was
shut the
actually
fuck up.
convicted of rape, so
Listen.
maybe
Look, a prince.
Maybe that
Prince
wasn't the
has
best
all the
analogy.
perks. A prince has all the perks of royalty, but without any of the added stresses, pressures of being the king. You're like the fun uncle, and you get to go do whatever the fuck you want, gallivanting. You know. Prince
Okay,
is cooler than
duly
fucking
noted.
Exhibit by sure. The fact that you brought up Exhibit as your number one argument
Because
against
it's
is enough.
it's spelled cool.
Okay, you're bringing the spelling. Okay, so all right.
Yes, the spelling counts.
An X is cooler than an EX, but it's still not cooler than Prince.
Man, you stuck to this Prince game for way longer than I feel is. I've given you many examples of names that are way sicker than Prince.
Mystical Slash. Look, I'll give you Slash like that, you know. But
Let me think of some others. It's mostly rappers coming to my mind right now.
yeah.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
Common,
Seal?
Common, whack as fuck.
That's
Common.
whack. Common
That's a
is whack.
whack ass fucking moniker, dude. Common, are you kidding me? Common is whack, and he actually is whack. I don't know. I don't really fuck Common. Too many Gap commercials for me.
Great commercial actor though.
Great commercial
the
actor.
great commercial actor of
What
our
about
era.
Future, dude? Future's pretty cool.
Future, that's a good one.
Future sounds fucking cool. You're
Yeah.
gonna stick with Prince on this?
Scarface. Come on.
Scarface.
Scarface. Okay, I'll give you. Okay,
Come
Scarface
on.
sounds cooler.
There we go. What was the midget, the little dude in
The Ghetto Boys.
in the Ghetto Boys? Ghetto Bill?
Oh.
What was his name?
Oh fuck, I'm
Little
drawing
Bill?
a blank. Bushwick Bill.
Bushwick Bill. No, that's two.
Bushwick
That's
Bill.
two names. That's out.
Yeah.
That's out. Oh,
It's tough.
Dude,
it
if you-
almost has to be one syllable is the best too.
yeah.
Like there's fucking
Onyx. That was a whole group though.
Seal.
Seal is whack. Sting is whack.
Oh,
Bono.
Sting. You think Sting's whack? I think Sting's a cool name.
Sting?
The Edge.
The Edge, yeah, Edge. There was a dude in Lincoln Park who went by Phoenix. Do you remember that?
Bass player.
The bass player for Lincoln Park was called
No,
Phoenix.
I don't. I did not remember the name of the bass player of Lincoln Park.
Oh, well, I did, man. Don't worry.
All right,
I can name everybody, but the bass player in Lincoln Park is the least. That's the single least
by far the
member of
least
that
important.
band. And so he's like, "Oh, I got to go with the stage name." It's a bold
Didn't
move.
the lead
Mr.
singer
Hahn. Mr. Hahn, remember him? He was the DJ.
Yes, I remember him.
Why the fuck do you know the names of
I
everybody?
was a
in
huge
Linkin
LP
Dude,
fan, my man.
that was my favorite band for like 4 years.
I was a
Dude.
big LP fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Crawling in my skin, bro. These wounds will not heal.
Will not
What the
heal.
fuck are you talking about? Get out of my fucking face.
Max, you're gonna sit here and act like that wasn't the biggest fuck. They weren't the biggest
Yeah,
they
band
were.
when we were fucking 13.
Bro,
Like,
they
that was-
broke it all. I looked up their
Well-
Wikipedia the other day. They fucking are like one of the top selling bands in the 20th century. Like, they're
Oh no,
huge.
for sure. Well, I'm a year older than Jake. I have a theory because I think I'm like Linkin Park was specifically they were cool for like 2 years, and you had to be the right 2 years to think they were the coolest band ever. And I think
I
I'm
was-
right on the other end of that.
Let's see. When did I get? I think I got into them in like 8th or 9th grade.
Right. I remember asking a friend like, "Hey, don't you think Linkin Park's pretty good?" And he's like, "Nah, dude, they suck." And right then I was like, that was
then
in
you're
high
like, you were-
school.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
okay,
right.
yeah, you're right.
You had a friend that was a little cooler than you, and you just got
Yeah.
got pussied out of liking a band.
Yeah, basically. But they
And then
did
he's
suck.
like,
In
check out this
retrospect, he was right.
Incubus album.
Yeah. Check
Yeah.
out this fucking Mo album.
Yeah, what about OAR?
Mo
Mo.
albums.
Hell
damn,
yeah.
that's-
That's if you're getting
But yeah,
into
that
jam.
thing, like when you were in middle school and early high school, and when all it takes is like one person that you think is cooler than you to just say one thing, and then that's your opinion. Oh, I miss those days.
Dude,
he wasn't
they're-
even cooler than me. He was just
Hard
like,
to
no, they
believe.
suck.
Hard to believe. What were you like in high school, Max?
Not cool.
Yeah.
Just a normal
just
dude.
This podcast, I can't imagine any of us were cool in high school.
In high school.
I don't know. Dylan was like a stoner metal kid, so that actually had some edge to it. But
I
I
was
was
not cool. I was not cool.
But you had like a group of people. It seemed like that you played in bands and shit. That was cool.
Yeah, but we weren't cool. But yeah, like we had the
That's
you know,
still
Never
a
the
cool.
cool kids that are playing in the band. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
no, like, and especially in high school, we were like 6 deep, our crew essentially, and then just
3-on-3 with a half court.
yeah. Shirts and skins, baby. We're playing to 11. 1 point's got to win by 2. Let's do this.
3-on-3 with a half court.
Game on. Oh, wait, that's the wrong sport.
I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, like I was like just a fucking angry loser in high school. And it hasn't really changed now, I guess.
Nope.
Hasn't changed.
No. But everyone has their own. They can be cool in their own way now, and that's what's great about America. Unless you're a cop, then you can't be cool.
Yeah, your truth is invalid. Everybody's truth matters until you're a cop, and then that truth actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, man, if you're a cop named Prince, then, you know, you're definitely
Okay, now
not.
a cop named Prince is a different story, dog. We're not talking. If there was a cop who was beating my ass with a riot stick and his name, he was like, "It's Prince, bitch," I'd be like, "All right, well, I deserve this."
I think we just came up with the title to a storybook. A cop named Prince.
Cop
There we
named
go.
Prince.
Some
Well, right
copaganda.
now, I don't know if you guys have followed. I think in one of the group chats, probably the one, whoever was sharing that like very low rent porn person, the white.
You
chick in
were
Portland.
sharing them. Oh
No, I didn't. I didn't share it. Oh no, that was a different porn thing that I
Oh,
shared.
okay.
No, that thing that I think Seth or Shane shared it, like the
Right.
racist lady who's going on kind of like a racist tirade, like.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So she's like
Lindsay
in Portland.
Clark.
She's like a whatever. I don't know obviously a pretty low level porn person, but also does like some cam shit or whatever. But
she's a sex worker.
Yes.
Yeah,
but like it's not like we all knew who she was. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I had no idea who she was.
But like I like it now because like
we never hung out.
Hey, didn't need to hang out to use her products, baby. But now it's like all these like woke issues colliding because she's a sex worker. She clearly is,
Dumb
I
as
think,
hell.
some type of. I think she's like a little mentally unwell.
No.
You think she's just racist? That didn't. Something about her eyes. Something about her eyes gave me like you need some fucking help.
She's just dumb. She's in her 30s. She lives with her parents. She's just dumb. There's a lot of dumb people out there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Didn't she try to explain it away on like a manic episode or?
Right.
You don't have like.
Well, the best thing about her video was like she's saying all that shit. She's just going off, and then she's like, and you know what? I don't even have any of my stuff out on the internet, so it's not even going to be possible for you to find me.
Right?
Yeah. Like
just
she
challenging
that
the internet to do its job.
Yeah. And
they
just
found
like,
everything about her.
They found literally everything about her. They found her resume.
Like, old resume.
I mean, I do kind of. I think it is fucked up to put someone's home address because then you start affecting people who's wasn't involved in it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But
hey, I thought about driving over there, giving her my two cents.
I'm gonna give her what for?
Hey, Lindsay, get Lindsay out here.
Get her up. Wake her up. Her name was Stacy Succubus.
Wait,
you gotta love the alliteration. We were already talking about stage names. If it's gonna be more than
Succubus.
One alliteration,
you gotta have
key.
the SS.
She did like produced porn, like.
Dude, who knows anymore what levels it is? She supposedly was in like an actual porn video, and I tried to find it, and that had already been deleted. So. Cleaned up.
You think they'd leave it up? You think this is like good heat for whoever made the porn?
Right? Maybe she deleted.
Oh
it.
yeah, like bump up the views, man. People are enjoying it way more. They're like, oh, this is so much hotter. She's been canceled. She's done. Like, oh
yeah, give it to that.
Ropes
racist.
are blasted a lot quicker.
Well, George Floyd had a porn too. I don't know if people are.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
I keep hearing that.
I tried to. I think I found it.
Oh, good.
I mean, I don't know. Is that not an interesting fact about the person's life?
Yeah. Well, but also like, someone filming like to someone have a porn now is not what it once was.
No, it isn't.
Like now it's just like, oh, I had my phone open recording while we were fucking. Like it's anyone could be a pornographer now. Pornographer.
Yeah, it's that
proper
Pornhub that Pornhub community section really lowered the bar. You always see that when it comes up as community. You're like, oh, this is homemade. No studio was behind this. We didn't know if these people were paid. Yeah, a lot of questionable tactics could have been used here.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, this camera, this is just a burner phone in the corner of a dorm room.
Yeah, some of the ones it's like you click on it, it's like through like Snapchat. You're like, bro, this person definitely did not know they were being filmed. Like, this is some nasty shit.
Yeah. Hey, so like this is kind of off topic, but just like so many people film themselves while they're driving and like doing Instagram, and they'll be like talking to the camera, like, well, it's just them. And like I always just like, how are you not getting in trouble for that? Like people, like see, like that's dangerous as shit, right? Like doing an Instagram live while you're driving.
No, these people are fucking ballers, dog. These people have takes. They have accounts that need to be fucking filled with info and content. Doesn't matter if you kill a couple innocent people. That just adds to your fucking legacy.
True.
You know?
I don't know. I always just see that and I'm like, man, this isn't a good look, regardless of whatever it is you're saying. That's just me. I'm getting older. I'm like, that is irresponsible.
Yeah,
I do not want to watch this video.
Watch the road. My grandson could be out there and hit by. Back in my day, it was just you're on a bike in Minneapolis, and I think this is probably universal.
Boo, Minneapolis, boo,
Boo.
boo. Fuck.
You were definitely
the
going to
police.
get called a fag.
If you're on a bike.
Yeah, it was just a normal part of our childhood to have adults yell at us and call us fags while we were biking in Minneapolis.
Yeah, that was the worst part of living in Minneapolis. that I've seen from watching the news the past month.
Watching the news, but at least in my life it was.
Yeah, that was the worst part of being white in Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's that
was verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse
was fleeting verbal abuse
by other citizens and not people in power.
Yeah, they've negated. Was growing up in Minneapolis really just like a white utopia? Like,
no, it was much more diverse than Portland is.
No, I know that, but it seems like
and there actually was like
the
some
black
racial
people
tension.
Right, because the black people are treated so poorly in Minneapolis that the white people can basically just do whatever they want. That's
no.
Yeah. I think that's what the whole thing is about.
Who are you, a person who's never been there? What
yeah,
the fuck
that's just what the picture I'm seeing from the news is. Minneapolis is the most racist city in the United States.
From what I've heard from like Shane and like the black people I know here, they seem to have a lot more complaints about Portland than I ever heard from black people in Minneapolis. Not to say that Minneapolis is some great town for black people, but I hear way more complaints about Portland white people than I ever did about Minneapolis white people.
Maybe it's because you weren't listening in Minneapolis,
hey,
Jake.
Because your mind wasn't fucking open.
Yeah, man, your eyes were closed, and you came in the Northwest, and they've been
maybe they
awakened.
were scared that if they talked to you, you'd call the cops on them.
Maybe I like that point, Max. Very valid.
Yeah, I'm sure Corvallis was just a fucking utopia for any diversity.
Hey, best college town in America.
What? According to who?
Corvallis?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know who does it.
Playboy or something?
Yeah.
Playboy always releases that edition. Hottest co-ed, hottest chicks. Like, I want to be the guy who just goes to college. You're just like, look, Mom and Dad, I made my decision. Arizona State is the best place for me. You're just like, why? It's like the tale there, rated by Playboy, #1 in the country.
Yeah, the essay you write to get accepted is the bibliography has got Playboy up in it.
Do you want me to just crush mediocre puss throughout my college years, Mom and Dad? I'm not
the proper MLA citation of the Playboy. To get me into this is going to get me so much puss.
The amount of mediocre puss that I might get if I go to a state school, if I go to Ohio State, I just can't deal. I cannot deal.
I dropped out of community college, so I'm dumb. I can't really.
Hey, so
Max,
are you
was
guys
there a bunch of baddies at your school?
Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, go Mustangs?
Go Stangs, brother.
Stang, baby. Got the stang on them.
Yeah, definitely.
On him.
Hey, second biggest Mardi Gras celebration in the country after New Orleans, San Luis Obispo.
Really?
There was actually a riot. Yeah, there was a riot there the year before I started there. So they shut it down.
What a claim to fame, baby.
Well, because Santa Barbara,
second.
Second biggest. Obviously, it's not bigger than New Orleans, but second biggest, pretty big. And then Santa Barbara had like the biggest Halloween celebration. We would go down there and
why is this such a celebration town?
Because it's California, baby.
But
California knows how to party.
Isn't that like kind of a small California town?
Yeah, it's like a small town. Santa Barbara's a little bigger, but
there's so many titties, but so few beads. There's a riot.
There's always a bead shortage.
There's a bead shortage. There's no titties.
Did they have like cake. Did they have like a main drag where people would do like floats and shit?
Dude, no one gave a fuck about the floats. It was just
not the floats.
I'm sure there was.
Where are the floats at?
But no, I mean Santa Barbara's
town. You're like, man, the float game in this sand. This ain't nothing like New Orleans, baby. Where the fuck are the floats at?
Who dat?
The poor students that There was like a whole group of students that spent all year working on this float, and it got moved in there, and people were like, we don't give a fuck about your float.
Was it like New Orleans where people were showing their titties and bead tossing, or what was going
Hell yeah.
down?
Yeah, they got a second line?
No, it was just a bunch of white kids, but it was
How many
There's too
trombones?
many questions coming in. Let me fucking explain.
Okay.
No, it was just a big party in the street. You'd just be drinking and walking around. But Santa Barbara had the biggest Halloween celebration in the country, and we would go down there, but we wouldn't have anywhere to stay. It was looking back, it was the stupidest thing ever, because we just walk around getting drunk in the street, and then we have to go back and sleep in our cars until the next morning.
You didn't have any friends in this town?
Sometime, well, but they would all get hit up, to like.
Oh,
so
crash?
Some years, yeah, like freshman year or sophomore year, no, we didn't have any connects down there, so we would literally just sleep in our cars.
Like the last kids getting picked for the dodgeball team.
Did you have any racist Halloween costumes in your college?
Oh man,
in your college years, did you ever go as like a
me
Indian
personally? No, I went in as
funny if you
Elvis every year.
You're like, hell yeah. You went to Elvis. You're like, hell yeah, dude. I did blackface every year.
No.
Max went as Sean Kemp his junior year. It was very problematic. He had someone holding the Fisher Price dunk things that you dunk on people.
He has 9 kids trailing him.
Yeah, there was the one year I went as Cesar Chavez, but other than that, no.
Yeah, you never really see. I guess.
Brown
did you guys do Mardi Gras or not Mardi Gras? Fucking Cinco de Mayo. Did you wear sombreros?
That's
racist.
Yeah, I'm
too.
sure. I'm sure people did that.
Canceled, bitch.
Yeah.
Your ass is canceled. I feel like, I don't know. I for sure don't know, but like, do Mexicans like Mexican Americans give a fuck about cancellation shit? Like, do they get pissed about Cinco de Mayo, or is it only other like white people yapping about shit like that?
Cinco de Mayo? No, Cinco de Mayo's not even like celebrated in Mexico that much as we do it. But I think there's like there's the whole Latinx movement in Latin America.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
X gonna give it to you, baby.
The Latin DMX movement.
Yeah.
Now, is DMX, that's just 3 letters. Is that still one word stage name?
DMX, it's not, I mean, because when you say it, you just say the 3 letters, so I don't think it counts as it's not a great stage name. No. Now, is he one of the great performers of our time?
Yes.
And great minds of our time?
Course.
Yes.
Only rap artist to have 2 #1 albums in the same year.
Yeah, man. DMX, he ran shit for a minute, man.
And now he's just like an old man on the internet. Anytime you see an interview with him, he has a gray beard, and he's like, wait a minute, kids are gay? Why are kids gay? Why are these rappers gay? He's always, every interview I see with him, someone's like, yeah, dude, this rapper came out. He's like, the fuck? Man, we never had any gay rappers back in my day. What the fuck is this dude doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That dude can suck my dick.
Yeah,
man.
That's
I'm
gonna
not
be me
a
with
nice
comedy.
person. That's what happened in comedy?
No, that's gonna be me with comedy in 25 years.
Max had two albums of greatness, and now he's questionable sayings whenever he's on the mic.
Well, that's the thing. You just got to get big enough where your work is so good that people are not going to stop. I mean, it's not like DMX is, I don't think he's putting out any new tunes, but... Man,
DMX, he was doing like a movie with Jet Li every year. Like, he did like 3 of them with him.
He did kind of become he had a short-lived black guy in a kung fu movie role.
Yeah, it was. He had one with Steven Seagal. I remember that.
Yeah, I feel like it was like Wesley Snipes held that role for a minute. And then DMX. Then they started going out of like actors. They're like, it's way cheaper to get a rapper or somebody, like 50 Cent had a movie career. I don't know if he did that like action kung fu shit, but
50 Cent had that album Get Rich or Die Trying. He had a book called Get Rich or Die Trying, and then his movie was also called Get Rich or Die Trying.
Beautiful.
Like he never died.
He kept trying.
Yeah.
He kept
It's like,
It worked
and
out
he
for
didn't
him.
die. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best case scenario. He could the 50-cent store should just be called Get Rich. Like,
it should be I got rich and I'm done trying.
I invested in vitamin water and got rich. Didn't really
Yeah.
even have to try that hard. It was
Remember do
Fairly
you remember his
easy.
feud with fucking Floyd Mayweather, and he would just call him out because Floyd Mayweather, he said, couldn't read.
couldn't read.
it's a good diss.
He had that. He
Yeah.
had that video. He was like, Floyd Mayweather, if you fucking can read 2 pages out of the Harry Potter book, I'll pay $150,000 to whatever fucking charity you want. And he just rips up the book
Yeah.
on the video.
Yeah, it was just one page of Harry Potter.
One page.
There was another one. He had this tweet where he's like, look, I have to say that Floyd Mayweather is undisputably the greatest boxer of all time. His skills in the boxing ring are unparalleled and unmatched. Now, can someone please read that tweet to the champ?
I used to work in a call center.
Damn, that is icy as fuck.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I used to work in a call center, and there was one lady that would call us, and she'd call us mad every time because we'd send her stuff in the mail, and she couldn't read, and she'd get mad that we kept sending her stuff in the mail that she couldn't read.
She's like, why are you taunting me, you piece of shit?
I was like, I get that it's frustrating not to be able to read, but I mean, how is that anyone's fault but your own? At this point,
I like that her solution wasn't just to learn to read. It was
No.
like, fuck this. Quit showing me what I can't do.
yeah, she'd want us to like read it to her. It's like, don't
What
you
was
have
it?
anyone
Like,
in your life?
What was it? Coupons and shit? What do you
No.
sell? What call center did you work in?
It was for the home care workers in the state of Oregon, like helping them get health insurance. So
Was she a home care worker?
yeah, she was a home.
Oh
care
my
worker.
God, are you kidding me?
Well,
She's
I
trying to
mean,
read your grandma's medicine. She's like, you know what? 2 will probably do it. I don't know.
yeah.
Wait, and she's uninsured? This is a uninsured woman that can't read?
I don't know if she probably had health insurance, but
Lady.
Oh, dude.
you just
That
send
is-
stuff out to people, in the mail.
Like,
I'm trying to organize you here, woman. You got to read the organizational material or else I can't help you.
yeah.
she's leaving instructions for the family, like with just like interpretive, like doodles, like drawings, just primitive drawings of pill going in mouth, swallow.
Jesus Christ.
When sun is high in the sky, pill 2. When moon is low, 1 pill. Doing like army codes and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor.
Damn.
This hieroglyphics.
Oh God, how did she even get in contact with you? Like, she can't. Oh man,
She was like, this must be the number. I know numbers.
Yeah.
it's the wrong.
Yeah, it was
she's
wild.
been trying to call just her dad this whole time. She's
She's just like blaming him, like, Dad, I can't reach. Like, for the last time, we are the Home Healthcare Organizational Workers Union of America.
I'm not your father.
Oh, damn. Dude, seriously, though, even when you come across, like, that rare person, like, as an adult or later, and, like, who, it's not like they can't read, but they can't read well. It's just, like, everybody in the room gets embarrassed.
I
It's
get
one of
sad. Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah, it's
this
tough.
is not good. Like, they have to read a sentence out loud, and you're just like,
well,
oh,
both
boy.
presidential candidates, basically. have that issue.
Yeah. Oh man. God. Damn.
But I know what you mean. It's rough
Yeah.
out there, man.
It's rough out there for the
educational-
non-readers.
It is. I can't imagine.
I
not being
don't
able to
understand how that wouldn't be my priority every day of my life. It's just be like, yo, I need to know how to fucking do
read.
this thing.
I already know how to speak all the words.
Right. It's like, that would be the worst. It's like, God damn it, I can say all this shit. Why can't I fucking read it?
It can come out of my mouth, but it can't come into my mind.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
If you can't read, can you not write?
No, you definitely not. You cannot write.
No. Well, like Currently at my job, I take off my glasses just because like they fog up too much, and like so a lot of time like
because of the
my
mask?
ability. Yeah, because of the mask, and I'm
It's
already
hot
going
in
in
there.
and out of coolers. Yeah, but it's just like I can't. It makes reading very difficult when I don't have my glasses on, and so like it's just like the idea of like not being able to read that. Oh goddamn! That
Well, shit, dude. At least when you
so
can't
much.
read, you can't see it. Imagine seeing the letters clearly and be like, "What the fuck do these mean?
yeah.
What
And being
the
a-
fuck does this mean?"
Your whole
Being
life.
a grown adult, and you're like, what are these words? But like,
Oh, dude, that is for real. I think we actually in America we actually have a pretty sad literacy rate, like for a developed country. Like we're not even like. You can't say USA #1 if you can't even spell USA number. If fucking, even a 10th or a 15th percentile can't fucking do it.
yeah, if you can't read USA #1, then that country ain't #1.
Damn, dude, that is so sad.
Hey, so before we end here, we got to mention this thing that came out this week about the mask, the story
Fauci.
about the masks.
Yeah,
and
I'm just gonna
Fauci
have
is
to-
officially, I think the
Hoe
tide
bag.
is turned on Fauci. Yes, big hoe bag.
Fauci is straight hoe bag. Like
Just a liar.
basically,
Yeah,
Fauci and his crew knew the whole time
That we should be
masks
wearing masks.
would prevent. And see, the thing I don't get about that is why didn't they just come out and say, "Look, we have a shortage. But please do what you can and cover your face. So if you have to wear a cloth, if you have to make one, but if you can do it, please don't buy them because the healthcare just admit what's going on."
The lie
Why would
should have been that a homemade mask is as good as a surgical
Right.
mask.
Right. That's what it should have been.
Instead, they were actively telling people not to wear masks.
I
Yeah.
remember
Which is
news articles
insane.
being, look how fucking dumb these people are with their masks.
Right. The liberal side was
Yeah.
saying that.
Yes, I was like, yeah, they are dumb, aren't they? Put me in my place, dude. I have to admit, Fauci, one of the biggest hoes of the 21st century.
Huge
gotta
hoe.
be.
Just
Hey man,
blood
big
on your hands, Fauci.
Big hoes come in tiny packages. You know.
This hoe, this is a classic. This was a hoe move too because he won America's heart over for the most part. He won
He
the
really did.
intelligentsia. The intelligentsia was like, Fauci is on our side. He's a scientist. He's a voice of reason.
Yeah,
And literally, he was a mark ass hoe. He was a mark ass hoe.
He was like, he's the guy we should have been paying. He's like the guy who's not got the. He's not the popular kid with the good looks, the jock. Like there's the guy devoted to science. He's well mannered. He'll open the door for you. He's the nice guy.
My mom loved him. My mom
Yeah.
fucking loved Fauci.
And
That
then it
guy's-
turns out it was they're
Ho.
the biggest predators of all.
Yup.
Oh,
That guy's still trying to fuck you. That's his play.
yeah.
He's not going to fuck you directly. He's going to
No.
fuck you with all this manners and science and all that shit.
Because he's
Trying-
fucking 5'2" and he goes for jogs. The motherfucker's got nothing. He had to make it up. This dude's a fucking hoe.
Yep.
I can't believe Plandemic was right. I cannot believe Max was right.
Well, Plandemic did say that masks were bad, which they said in Plandemic they said that wearing a mask
damn it.
actually reinfects you. So they weren't
Oh.
right on everything.
Well, thank God. So, okay, Plandemic. So, literally, this is going to set back science and it's insane that right when we need science the most with fucking climate change,
Yep.
it's going to be like people are going to be like, "Oh, well, you lied to us about the mask. You lied
Right.
to us about lied to us about
damn.
this. You lied about this that fucking at least Trump's out there trying. He's saying drink bleach. He's at least fucking trying. Fauci over here knows what's up and he's fucking lying about it. The fucking hoe.
Yeah.
Brooklyn
Biggest case
hoe.
of short man syndrome we've ever had in this country.
Since
Most
Napoleon.
dangerous yep.
Since Napoleon, dude. This is the biggest short hoe since Napoleon.
Yeah, I can't believe
unbelievable.
it. I can't believe it. And he caused AIDS too, which is crazy.
Yeah, at this point, his whole record needs to be suspect.
It needs to
Wait,
be.
he caused AIDS?
I mean, he was working on it, and he didn't do much, from what I can tell. It got bad.
He was like, look, actually, condoms, you don't want to wear condoms.
Yeah,
That's the thing. You're going to, only idiots wear condoms. Don't do it.
It actually amplifies the AIDS if you
Yeah,
wear
it actually
condoms.
turns it into super AIDS in your nuts. So you better fucking only raw dog that shit, okay? Raw dog is the only way to prevent against AIDS.
That's basically what they said to us with COVID and the masks.
They're like, just raw dog it. Just chill, raw dog your face to another person's face, and you'll be fine. Don't look at these fucking kooks with their mask on. Even though every fucking Asian country, anytime one of these viruses happens, they always put masks on.
Mask up right away.
Mask up, baby. Antifa was right about this one. I'm going to have to give Antifa credit. Max, what's up with your wife?
She's mad at me.
Why is your wife mad?
I don't know. I'm doing something wrong.
¿Cómo estás?
All right.
She can't hear you.
The block is clear.
How offensive is it? I immediately start speaking to your wife in Spanish. Does she like
she
that?
can't hear you. I mean, yeah, sure. She'd love it.
Thank God. El suavito. El suavito. Damn. Yeah. Fauci host status.
Oh, well, yeah, man. Fauci, man. He turned the 1/3 of this podcast that was still with him, and so I'm with you guys. Fauci's a whole camp.
The last time we talked about him, my thing was more like, where is he? Like, why is he not out in front of this? And then he was like, well, I'm about to be getting exposed for being a fucking hoe, so I had to prepare. He had to prepare himself.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's very disappointing.
It was basically the position, the entire government. Like, he was the face of it, but the whole government lied.
The Surgeon General.
Surgeon General lied. That scarf doctor lady, she probably lied about. I don't know what happened to her. Is she dead?
She's around. Dr. Bricks.
Shooting bricks on this mask thing. You were a fucking 0 for 100 on the mask thing, baby.
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw I read an article about like what happened in New York and how it got into the nursing homes there. Basically, people were going from nursing homes. They were getting admitted to the hospital because they had COVID. And they were getting discharged. And then the policy in New York was to put the person back in the nursing home. So, of course, that caused everybody in the nursing home to get it and die. And the states that didn't do it, didn't have that policy, basically had like 1/5 of the deaths in nursing homes.
So what's the move here? Is it about to chill for a minute?
Well, the deaths are going down. And, people, it's weird that it's like you have to have like a political stance on this. Like you kind of have to, like, if you're, I don't know, I feel like if you're liberal, you kind of have to like hope that the deaths never go down so that you're proven right that this was
you're hopeful that more people die so you can say Trump fucked it up even more, and the right is crazy.
Yeah, or not hopeful, but it's like, oh yeah, the deaths going down don't mean anything, it's gonna go right back up, more people are gonna die. It's like, yeah, we probably were overly cautious at the beginning, and that's good. But now we've realized, hey, maybe people in nursing homes shouldn't be exposed to the most deadly virus we've had of our lifetime.
Of the last century, yeah.
So if we avoid them getting it, then, I mean, people will still get COVID. But that's the thing. From the beginning, the goal of going inside was never to get rid of the virus. It was just to slow the spread.
I do think, like, it is kind of crazy, though, that, like, because these new protests shot up, like, that shit to me is insane. Like, now it seems like they're saying that the protests aren't causing more cases. I've seen a couple articles saying that the protests aren't. And I think it's because a lot of people are wearing masks. So maybe,
and it's outside.
But we were screaming at those other people who were outside about it. And it's like, well, we can't have it both ways, guys. I know you disagree with why they're doing it. I mean, we already talked about this, but just like they have their own reasons too. Like they want to go back to work or whatever.
Right.
It's all fucked. This whole country is just it's gotta fucking.
Just bring open mics back. God damn it. Just bring them back. We need them. This country needs them.
Do you guys see that thing I sent you guys on Twitter?
About what?
There was like somebody's running. It was like what's that website called? Like Nextdoor or?
Oh, right.
It's for neighborhoods.
The neighborhood app. Yeah.
The neighborhood app where someone was like, hey, like someone has started a rooftop open mic across the street.
That's right, yeah.
Across the street from my apartment in New York, and like I'm all for like artistic expression coming back, but unfortunately it's just a bunch of transphobic jokes and my roommate is trans. So each night they have to hear all these like trans hate open mic jokes.
I love that was someone's like fresh 3 minutes after after going through a fucking pandemic.
Let me try out my trans material.
That's all they got.
They're like, yo, I've been without comedy for 75 days, and I've been sitting on this new trans chunk for the entirety of it.
I've been workshopping.
They just open their arms like, yo, Brooklyn, what do you think about them using our bathrooms? What the fuck is up with that?
Also, whatever mics they're using at that open mic do not need to be turned up that loud.
Oh,
that's
dude.
for sure. Like
the guy literally was like, how about if they just do jokes that everybody would enjoy? Like he sounded like he was under duress, like he was being tortured. He was like, what if they could just maybe make it so we all enjoyed the jokes?
That's not how
Shut
comedy
up.
works.
Shut up, queer.
If there was an open mic happening outside that you were forced to hear for
God.
hours, like
That's
that's
Guantanamo level shit, dude.
Yeah, that is
Guantanamo. If they just opened up a 24/7 open mic in Guantanamo, those people would have given up anything. They'd be like admitting to war crimes they never committed. They're like indifferent. They're like, I know I'm Yemenis, but I definitely bombed that place in fucking Sudan. I can't help it. Get me out. I can't have another dude tell me about his dick. If I gotta listen to this again, I'm gonna have that German Shepherd fucking bite my throat.
The guards at Guantanamo, they bring in open mic comics from Florida to do their open mic at Guantanamo Bay as an interrogation method.
We're
So,
we're at fucking Towelhead, Cuba prison. All right, well, let me tell you something, buddy.
Yeah, and just
Did I
open
tell
mic-
you ever? Did I ever tell you about Hunter's? He was down in Miami, on a vacation with his girlfriend, and like they were like, oh well, let's do an open mic while we're here just to see what it's like. And he was like, he went to this open mic. He said it was absolutely packed. It was in this bar. It was fucking wall to wall people. And, he's watching it, and this one guy gets up, and his whole act is just pointing at people and go, I'm going to rape you, and I'm going to rape you, and I'm going to rape you, and I'm going to rape you. I was like, it's different down there in Florida, baby.
Were people just cracking up? Were they losing their shit?
No, I think he was still bombing.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Damn.
it would have been funnier if they
gotta
were
workshop
laughing,
that.
but it's also funny just to imagine a guy doing that to dead silence. People not even reacting to it, but just being like, is this dude fucking serious?
Oh my God.
So maybe that says more about the citizens of Miami, that they're actually a higher quality person than we're giving them credit for. But the comedy scene, not so much.
Yeah.
No, I think they're just freer down there. They have more freedom to, explore the bounds, the limits of what is what is funny.
Can you imagine? Oh, dude, doing that joke in Portland, directly making eye contact, pointing at somebody and saying, "I'm gonna rape you." Oh God, so yeah.
Well, in summary, Fauci is a hoe. Wear
Fauci's
your
hoe.
masks outside,
Host status.
and fucking shout out to producer Jack, and thank you everybody for listening.
Rate this shit. Give us some fucking ratings.
Yeah, please.
1 star. It's the best.
Yeah.
That's it. We've got a couple 1 stars on iTunes. It's nice. It's either 5 or 1. So
yeah, you can do a 1 star, but until you do a 1 star plus a review,
Yeah.
so I know why you hate it, then shut the fuck up.
I'd be actually more interested, in knowing why you hate it.
When I
Yeah, I
saw the
wanna know.
1 stars, I wanted to read the comment, but they didn't put their name on it. They didn't
Right.
put their
Put your name on it.
Yeah, put some respect on it.
Be a man or a
Say it
woman.
with your
and
chest.
put your name on it.
Say it with your fucking chest.
Say, I was here.
I hated it. Cool.
Well, hell yeah,
All right.
everyone. Thank you for listening. We'll catch y'all next week. See you later. Peace.
Deuces.